everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire, and today I wanted to talk about something a little different, but I'm actually really passionate about, and that is planners. And so I wanted to go through exactly how I utilize my planner, what I write in my planner, especially because a lot of the things that I'm working on, I have to do on my own. Like, no one's forcing me. This isn't like a job where you go to and clock in and do your time. I need to do these projects, especially my writing or my YouTube, on my own. And to do that efficiently and effectively, I do find that using some sort of a planner really helps me stay on track. So I just wanted to go over the type of planners that I prefer and exactly what I fill in on a day-to-day basis. Little habits I do to keep me on track. So if you want to know more about planning or just healthy daily habits, give this video a thumbs up and I can do more videos like them in the future. So let's get started and look at the planner. So first I'm going to show you the planners that I'm particularly privy to, including my 2019 to 2021. So they're very similar. This one is more bendy and came with a bunch of stickers, but this one is more hardback, but it was more about the size. I like that these aren't too ginormous personally, because then I can take it with me anywhere. It's no big deal to throw it into basically any of my bags, but more importantly, the layout on the insides of these are very similar. So I'm going to show you my 2020 planner layout. So this is by Simplified. I picked this up from Walmart for like $10. And then I ripped out the stickers from my previous planner and threw them in, but I really don't use them too much. I also generally don't jump back and forth with my planners. So like this comes with a cute little bucket list thing. Maybe some people are really into that. I don't care. I like having the tabs on the side, so if I do have to jump to a particular month so I can write down something specific, I can do that. But again, I generally work week by week and day by day. I rarely use the whole calendar unless there's something like a vacation or someone's coming in from out of town. I almost always use one of these little sticky things so I can identify exactly what week I'm on. But the main reason I chose this planner is the same reason I chose my previous planners, because I like having the days split up where there is a to-do list on one side and then just kind of free form on the other. So now I'm going to write some things out for the week to show you specifically how I use it. So generally I like to fill out my planner the night before. Yesterday was a little rough because my power went out and there's a huge storm, so that ended up being a little messy. Sometimes I'll write out goals for the week either on this side or this one. So for example, I talk about the chapters that I want to complete through the week and my goal of uploading 2 videos. So now we're going to go down to today's date and I'm going to kind of show what I mean by filling out my to-do side and then what I use this space over here for. What I like to do is partially mix things that are very easy to get done and that I know for a fact I'll be checking off with things that are a little bit more ambitious. So for example, filming a video or writing my chapter 11, those are much more difficult tasks that I sometimes have trouble getting to or completing, versus like meditating or reading, I do every day. So when I do get those things done and I check them off, I feel like there's a momentum. And then over on this side, for example, I'm picking my friend and her family up from the airport. And I tend to, when I have scheduled things like this, I'll place them just intuitively towards the top or towards the bottom, depending on how early or late they are in the day. For example, I had my Irish class yesterday, and because I was at 1 p.m., I was closer to the top of this side to kind of signify to me like, oh, I have something going on quasi earlier in the day versus something at 6:30 p.m. So today I already read the chapters from the book I'm currently on, so I get to mark that off, as I do with meditating and walking, as I soon will with filming this planning video. So sometimes when I have something partially completed but not completed to the extent that I would prefer, I will only put 1 slash So if I look at it again throughout the day, I can be like, oh, I need to finish this planning video, or I need to finish this vlog. I only have it partially done. If I don't get around to something, I will circle it. So then that lets me know when I plan out the next day that I need to include that thing. So if I don't get around to doing any writing on my chapter 11, I will circle that. And then it will be one of the first things up here. So it's like, hey, you need to get on this. Here's a few examples of the last few weeks. And obviously sometimes I'm not very consistent, and that's usually because I'm extremely busy or I'm out with friends all day. But then other times I'm much better about getting it done. Like here's an example of I did not get to writing any of my Act 2 or vlogging, and so I circled those to add them down here to make sure I get them done. Sometimes I'm better about marking things off than other days. It's something I try not to be too hard on myself about. So I'm still working on being more and more consistent with using my planner and utilizing it as the tool that it's meant to be. And there were months back in 2019 that I would go without touching my planner. But it is undeniable to myself that when I do utilize it and when I do look at it throughout the day, it helps me stay on track to reaching my goals. I think it's just an excellent habit and a tool to use to utilize your time wisely and just to keep your priorities at the top of your mind. Where sometimes last year, because I didn't have a visual reminder or like just the memory of writing things down, I would just forget that like, oh, I need to work on my writing. Oh, I need to work on video editing. Things still happen, but I definitely know for a fact that I am much more productive when I utilize this as often as possible and have it in a place where I can see it throughout the day. But yeah, that's how I plan out my day. It's not too intensive. There's not hard and fast rules, but that just seems to be what works for me and my brain. I hope that you've been able to find this useful. Let me know how you prefer to plan out your days or your weeks. If you're somebody that likes having pen and paper, if you prefer the digital route, if you prefer bigger planners, let me know down below. I actually really love this stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.